Have you ever taken a pill or a liquid medicine? When you do, you trust that it is safe and will help you feel better. But who makes sure that medicine is perfect before it gets to you? One of the most important jobs in making medicine belongs to the visual inspector. These are the people who use their own eyes to check every single tablet, capsule, and vial. They are like detectives for medicine, looking for tiny clues that something might be wrong. Their work is a critical line of defense in the world of pharmaceuticals, ensuring that the products we rely on for our health are free from any visible defects or contamination. The role of a visual inspector is truly fundamental to public health. Think about it. A small crack in a pill, a tiny speck of dust in a liquid, or a misprinted label could have big consequences. These small imperfections might mean the medicine won't work correctly, or worse, it could be harmful. Visual inspectors are trained to spot these problems with incredible accuracy. They are the final gatekeepers who give the green light, confirming that the medicine is ready for the public. Without their careful and dedicated work, the safety and effectiveness of the medications we use every day would be at risk. It's a job that requires a sharp eye and a strong sense of responsibility. This job is not just about looking, it's about protecting people. Every time a visual inspector approves a batch of medicine, they are helping to protect an entire community of patients. From the youngest children to the oldest adults, people depend on their medicine to be exactly right. The visual inspector's contribution ensures that this trust is well placed. They are a vital link in the long chain of quality control that makes modern medicine so reliable. It's a career where your attention to detail directly translates into the well-being of others, making it an incredibly rewarding and significant profession that happens behind the scenes. So what does it take to become one of these essential guardians? It's not about having superhuman vision, but rather about developing a specific set of skills and a focused mindset. It's a career path open to many people who are detail-oriented and have a strong desire to contribute to a safer, healthier world. In the following sections, we will explore the specific responsibilities, the necessary qualifications, and the crucial skills that make a great visual inspector. We will dive into what a day in this role looks like and why it is such an important part of the science of making safe medicine for everyone. Consider this your introduction to a fascinating and vital field. The primary responsibility of a visual inspector is to perform 100% manual inspection of pharmaceutical products. This means that every single item, whether it's a tiny tablet, a colorful capsule, or a glass vial of liquid, must be individually examined. The inspector sits at a specially designed workstation, often with a black and white background and controlled lighting, to make it easier to see any potential issues. Their goal is to identify and remove any product that does not meet the strict quality standards set by the company and regulatory agencies. This includes looking for particulate matter, which are tiny foreign particles, cracks, chips, discoloration, or incorrect filling levels in liquids. Another key responsibility is documentation. Science is all about keeping good records, and this job is no exception. Visual inspectors must meticulously record their findings. If they find a defective product, they must document what the defect was, how many were found, and which batch the product came from. This data is incredibly important because it helps the pharmaceutical company identify problems in the manufacturing process. For example, if many tablets from one batch are cracked, it might point to an issue with the machine that presses the tablets. Accurate record keeping helps the company fix these problems and prevent them from happening again in the future. Inspectors must also follow strict procedures and guidelines, known as Standard Operating Procedures, or SOPs. These rules are not just suggestions. They are the law of the lab. SOPs ensure that every inspector performs the job in the exact same way, every single time. This consistency is critical for quality control. It guarantees that a product inspected on a Monday by one person is held to the same high standard as a product inspected on a Friday by another person. Following these procedures also includes maintaining a clean and sterile work environment to prevent any contamination of the medicine, which is a top priority. Finally, a visual inspector is part of a larger quality assurance team. This means they need to communicate effectively with their supervisors and colleagues. If they notice an unusual trend in defects or have a question about a specific product, they must be able to report it clearly and quickly. Teamwork is essential to solving problems and maintaining the highest levels of quality. By working together, the team can ensure that only the safest and most effective products make their way to the pharmacy and ultimately to the patients who need them. It's a collaborative effort to uphold the promise of safe medicine. To get started on the path to becoming a visual inspector, you don't typically need a 4-year university degree. Most pharmaceutical companies require candidates to have a high school diploma or a general educational development certificate. This makes the career accessible to a wide range of people who are looking for a meaningful job in the science and healthcare industries. While a college degree in a science field like biology or chemistry can be helpful and may open doors to advancement, it is not usually a mandatory requirement for an entry-level position. The focus is more on your ability to be trained and to perform the specific tasks of the job with precision. Once hired, you will receive extensive on-the-job training. This is where you learn the specifics of being a great inspector. Companies will teach you exactly what to look for. You'll be shown examples of acceptable products and a library of defective products, so you can build a strong mental reference for what is right and what is wrong. This training is very structured and often involves passing a qualification test before you are allowed to inspect products on your own. During this test, you might be given a set of products containing known defects, and you must correctly identify all of them to prove your skills and attention to detail. Beyond the initial training, continuous learning is a big part of the job. The pharmaceutical industry is always evolving, with new drugs, new packaging, and new regulations. Visual inspectors must stay up to date with these changes. Companies often provide regular refresher courses to ensure that an inspector's skills remain sharp. This might include retaking the qualification test periodically, perhaps every 6 months or once a year. This commitment to ongoing training ensures that the quality control process remains robust and effective, adapting to new challenges and maintaining the highest standards of safety and excellence in the field. Basic computer skills are also becoming increasingly important for this role. As we discussed, documentation is a huge part of the job, and many companies now use digital systems to log inspection results. You will likely need to be comfortable using a computer or a tablet to enter data, track batches, and communicate with your team. Being able to navigate these systems efficiently helps to streamline the quality control process and ensures that all information is recorded accurately and is easily accessible for review. So, while the core of the job is visual, having some modern tech skills is a definite plus. The most important skill for a visual inspector is, without a doubt, a strong attention to detail. This is more than just having good eyesight. It's about the ability to notice the smallest things that most people would overlook. Imagine looking at thousands of identical white tablets for hours. A great inspector can spot the one tablet that has a tiny gray speck on it or a hairline crack along its edge. This skill is a superpower in the world of pharmaceuticals. It is the critical factor that separates a perfect product from a rejected one. This intense focus ensures that no imperfection, no matter how small, slips through the cracks and reaches a patient. Patience and focus are also essential skills that go hand in hand with attention to detail. The work of a visual inspector can be repetitive. You might be inspecting the same type of product for your entire shift. It takes a tremendous amount of patience to maintain a high level of performance under these conditions. You must be able to stay focused and avoid distractions, treating the last vial you inspect with the same level of care and scrutiny as the first. This mental endurance is what makes a visual inspector so reliable and effective. Your ability to maintain concentration directly impacts the safety of the medicine being produced. Let's consider a practical example. An inspector is checking vials of a clear liquid medicine that will be used in hospitals. They hold each vial up to a light source against a black and white background. In one vial, they spot a minuscule fiber, almost invisible to the naked eye. In another, they notice that the rubber stopper is not sealed perfectly. These are the kinds of defects they are trained to find. By removing these 2 vials from the batch, the inspector has potentially prevented a serious health issue for a patient. This simple act of careful observation is a powerful form of preventative healthcare, stopping problems before they can ever begin. If you are a person who finds satisfaction in getting things just right, who notices small details, and who wants a career that makes a real difference, Becoming a visual inspector could be a perfect fit for you. It's a job where your unique skills are not just valued, they are vital. You would be on the front lines of patient safety, playing a crucial role in the healthcare system. Every day you would go home knowing that your hard work and sharp eyes helped ensure that the medicine people rely on is safe and effective. Consider this career. It's an incredible way to help others and be a hero in the world of science.